Good morning to you. It is a terrific Tuesday here on Rising, December 2nd, 7 o'clock here. I'm Taylor Miller, joined by meteorologist James Scott, Joe Duncan, meteorologist Kaitlin Wright. We have a wonderful show for you today. The weather, I wouldn't call it wonderful, and
We do have some glaze of ice up in the high country, though, but it does look like those temperatures are jumping above freezing, meaning it's just turning to rain. Freezing rain, still trying to get in there across areas of the high country, but for the most part, our temperatures are now above freezing, so we are just looking at a cold rain here across our 22 counties in the WCCB Charlotte area. Again, you see a little bit of pink there, indicating possibly still some freezing rain across the North Carolina and Virginia border, but pretty much just looking at that cold rain. Be careful. I know a lot of schools went on a 2-hour delay up in the high country this morning. Of course, that delay is probably ending around 8 a.m. as the kids and teachers and staff start to head to school, but bridges and overpasses, sidewalks and walkways might be a little bit slick across the eastern facing slopes and then across Ashwaubenon and Avery counties as well. But you look at your current conditions, and I'm putting radar along with your temperatures right here on the map, so you can see, yeah, it's still 32 degrees right now in Jefferson. So I think some higher ridge tops along with possibly Ashe County still getting in on a little bit of freezing rain, but for the most part, I mean, we dodged the bullet with wintry weather if you're not a fan of it here in Charlotte, because we're in the 30s. It is cold, it is wet, and the roads are going to be a mess out there. So please be careful. It has been actually several weeks since we have seen a deluge of rain for your morning drive, so allow plenty of space between you and the car ahead of you. You guys know how to drive. Just be careful out there. 90% rain as we hit through the next hour or so. That will end up dropping by about 11 a.m. to noon as we start to see these showers push eastward across the area. So I'll go ahead and pause this right about here. We are looking at sunshine starting to build across the area by about 3-4 o'clock. Not going to be an abundant sunshine type of day. The clouds are going to take a second to clear, but we are not going to see rain all day long. Temperatures, however, going to stay cool, similar to what we had out there yesterday, topping out in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees, seeing that morning rain. But again, that will be tapering off a little bit before lunchtime out there today on Friday. But we won't, because the temperatures will just not support that type of moisture. It's just going to be another cold rain. Yeah, we could see a little bit of a mixed bag, but it's not going to amount to anything, which I'll get to coming up here in a second. But let's go ahead and look outside, looking over the bank. As you know it, this is one of my favorite camera views. The sun, well, it's up, but it doesn't really look like it. We are dealing with a lot of clouds and some low-end visibility out there as well. It is 37 degrees right now in Uptown. The wind is rather calm. It is raining. You can see visibility running at about 5 miles out there. So we look across the region. Rock Hill, 38 degrees. Boone, you have now made it to 42, which is great news after seeing a few hours across the high country of freezing rain and possibly a little glaze of ice accumulating, especially on the bridges and overpasses along with sidewalks and walkways. Your temperatures up in the high country, you could see getting above that freezing mark, and that's why that pink is dissipating and just changing over to the rain here on live radar, indicating your temperatures above that freezing point, and we are seeing a cold rain stretching all the way down into areas of southeast Charlotte as well. That's where some more moderate pockets are setting up across Chesterfield County, over through Monroe, Union County there, heading down into Lancaster as well. You guys are seeing a couple of those little moderate pockets of rain. Now, it's not going to rain all day, so if you're rushing out the door right now, yeah, rain gear is needed, but you'll definitely want to be able to shed at least that raincoat into an actual coat, because temperature is not going to warm all that much, but the rain will dissipate. I'm talking 30s and 40s here across the board, but again, finally, we are seeing those temperatures actually above freezing up in the high country now. We look at your future track, and this timestamp is showing you 9 a.m. Some of that rain already exiting our mountain communities and then finally exiting the area by about noon. We will see a little bit of sunshine fill our skies, just a little. I do think the clouds will hang tight into the afternoon before they do dissipate and clear as we head into out there as we travel through the day tomorrow. So here are your headlines as we travel through today. That rain is going to be moving out by about lunchtime. In the middle of the week, we're going to be sandwiched between the weather system today and the one on Friday. We'll be dry, but we will be cool as we head through Wednesday into Thursday. Another system heads our way, bringing more cold rain and possible mountain ice to the area. So there's cold front 1 drying out Wednesday. Heading into Thursday, we could see some clouds start to build across the area, but watch what happens Friday, and I'll go ahead and pause this as well. You see, once again, some freezing rain or a sleet mix, possibly a little bit of snow. Now, this could transition a little farther south depending on the timing and depending on the surface air temperature, but I don't think it's going to be any type of snow accumulation here for the Charlotte area, but a little bit of a wintry mix possible on Friday, because look at that temperature. Rough one as we see that rain falling here across North Carolina. A little bit of a mixed bag as you head up toward areas of the Northeast, even heading into the Mid-Atlantic as well. Now, thankfully here for Charlotte, we are just seeing a cold rain. It could be worse. We could be dealing with a lot of ice, but that's just not the case. Up across the high country, you guys did see freezing rain for several hours, so some ice accumulation is certainly possible. Be careful out there as you head out on the roads. 421, 321. Those roads are treated very well up there, but still, there could be some slick spots, especially on some of those side streets. So live radar zooming into areas of the high country. Again, just pretty much looking like a cold rain for you guys now as these temperatures are jumping above that freezing mark area wide. So you see that radar and you see these temperatures. This is leading just to a messy morning out there. Be careful as you head out on the roads. We're looking at these high rain chances to continue until about, I would say, 10 a.m. They start to diminish a bit. And then by lunchtime, we're pretty much done with the rain. You can see it here on Future Track. These showers will end up moving out of the area, and actually by about 3, 4 o'clock, we could end up seeing some sunshine, and that will continue as we head into your Wednesday, and then heading into Thursday, starting to see some of those clouds stream in ahead of that next weather system that'll move through the area on Friday. So here is a check of that day planner for you. Temperatures upper 40s near 50 degrees. It will be another chilly day out there. Clouds certainly more in play than sunshine as we head through the day, especially through the first half of the day, but it's not going to be a total washout as we train a cycle team. So beat that, James. Let's go look at uptown. 37 degrees out there right now. We are seeing these low-hanging clouds out there. So we do have some dense fog just kind of blanketing the area. It is not reduced enough at a quarter of a mile to cause any dense fog advisories. But again, we do have some low-hanging visibility out there and some rain. It is a messy start to your Tuesday. We are looking at a dew point temperature of 34. The visibility running at 5 miles right now. Now you see some of these showers. Boone, 42 degrees. Your rain is ending here soon, though. Concord, 37. Heading over to areas of Rock Hill, sitting at 38 degrees. So we are still seeing this rain out there as we do approach 8 o'clock this morning. Although look at that pink. It is starting to really just change over to the green, meaning just a cold rain. Not seeing that freezing rain, which is great news. I did just check in with some schools. I know Watauga County did update saying, hey guys, we're still going just on that 2-hour delay where they're not canceling school or anything. So 2-hour delays for most of our mountain communities out there. Just of course check on Facebook, on your email if you're sending the kids to the bus stop or taking them to school out there this morning across the high country. No delays from the rain, at least school wise here across the Piedmont, but it is a messy start, so please be careful. We are seeing rain out there. We are seeing cold temperatures as well, but a silver lining is it's not going to last all day long. A lot of these showers starting to exit the mountains within really the next hour or so, and then push east of the Charlotte metro and really east of our 22 counties by about noon. So right around lunchtime, the roads will still be wet. We're going to slowly start to get maybe some peaks of sunshine out there, but certainly expect mostly cloudy skies to partly sunny as we head into the second half of the afternoon and into early evening as well. So as we look at our next weather system, we're going to get a couple-day break from the rain on Wednesday and Thursday, but by Friday, we do start to see another system pull into the area. Hey boy, look at live radar right now. It is a mess out there. We are seeing rain stretching and blanketing much of North Carolina into South Carolina, eastern parts of Georgia there as well, all the way up into the Northeast, Maine getting in on some of the snow along with New York right now. But here locally, thankfully, it's pretty much a cold rain. So yes, cold rain, cold temperatures, and that moisture could cause some issues out there on the road, so be careful. But we have no ice concerns out there here across the Charlotte metro. Across the high country, however, a little bit of a glaze of ice certainly possible, especially on those bridges, the overpasses, walkways, sidewalks, even those hand railings out there. So please be careful as you are heading out and about. A lot of school districts up across the high country did end up going on a 2-hour delay, so be sure you check in with those schools to see if your children attend one of those. So we look at live radar right now, and you still see a little bit of pink here, but I anticipate a lot of these temperatures now to actually be above the freezing mark. So I think it's pretty much just rain, not necessarily that freezing rain that's falling, because it's 42 in Boone right now. Morganton sitting at 37, along with Charlotte into Gastonia, and Shelby looking at 36 degrees, along with you folks in Iredell County there in Statesville. So rain chances, it's not going to rain all day long. As you look at the hour by hour here for you, temperatures will be cool throughout the day, but rain chances will end up going down. By 10 o'clock in the morning, we're still looking at a few scattered showers here across the area, and then by noon, we are pretty much rain-free across the region. Still going to be wet out there, but rain-free. So we look at your future track, and I'll walk you through that kind of hour by hour as well, pausing it for you in just a second, but you can see by about 2 p.m., I would even say by noon, that rain is gone. And then we are looking at more sunshine to fill our skies as we head into the middle of the week. So for Wednesday and as we head into Thursday, things do look to dry out ahead of our next weather system. So recapping all of that for you in your day planner for this Tuesday. Don't expect the rain all day long, but expect it the next couple of hours. We will hold tight to the clouds for the most part, with some sunshine starting to peek through as we head through the middle to latter part of the afternoon. It stays cool out there though. Stem cam as we look right now right over the Bank of America Stadium here. You can see the flags kind of whipping just a little bit. The wind's not certainly too bad. It is chilly, it is wet, and we are seeing some of these low-hanging clouds out there, just reducing visibility down right now to 3 miles. 37 degrees right now in Charlotte. So it is certainly a chilly start out there, and it is chilly no matter where you go. We look at areas like Rock Hill, 38, Concord, 37 degrees, with Boone right now sitting at 43 degrees. Actually, a little bit of a glaze of ice from some freezing rain that's been falling over the last several hours across areas of the high country. So just be careful out there, especially bridges and overpasses. Of course, those freeze first, and then we're looking at sidewalks and walkways. Probably going to be a little bit slick out there. So live radar right now showing, I would say, the most moderate little pockets of rain right now stretching across our southeastern counties. So areas like Chesterfield County, you're seeing a pretty decent little batch of rain heading across your area. All of that pink, though, has started to fade away, and we're actually going to start to see a little bit of drier air building in. So the high country going to reduce that rainfall over the next probably about hour or so, and then that'll work its way here into Charlotte by about noon today. So your current temperatures across the area, again, it is a chilly one. We're sitting in the 30s and 40s here across the area. 37 in Charlotte, Gastonia, and sitting at 37 degrees right now as well. So I would say over the next hour or so, that rainfall really starts to kind of wind down across our mountain communities. And then probably about 11 a.m. to noon is when we start to see that clearing totally here across the Piedmont as well. So that rain will not last all day long, but it certainly is just yucky out there to kick off this Tuesday morning. So be careful. Road conditions are a mess. James is tracking really several incidents and accidents out on the roads early this morning because of the weather out there. So as we travel through today, that rain will be moving out midday. Midweek, we will be drying out. So Wednesday and Thursday, things are looking up. It's going to stay chilly, but it will be dry. Another system will head our way as we head through Friday, bringing a little bit of a mixed bag to the area and possibly even heading into parts of the northern Piedmont. So we look at your next weather system here. Again, sandwiched in between these two systems will be dry as we head into Wednesday and then heading into Thursday as well. But as we head into the day on Friday, that's when things get a little bit dicey. We're going to stay chilly, but will it be cold enough to see wintry weather? I think we're going to be teetering on the not so much. I think when this moisture rolls in, we'll be in the mid to upper 30s. And of course, low 30s is where we need to be to see. And depending on what the column of air is here in the Charlotte area, but points north toward I-40, probably a little bit of freezing rain, sleet, maybe some snow flurries and some cold rain. So and unfortunately, areas like Maryland getting a bit of a mixed bag out there. Some snow stretching all the way over to areas of the Northeast, stretching into parts of the Mid-Atlantic, but primarily up across areas of the Northeast. Now, we are still seeing that, again, widespread rain in the Piedmont. It is starting to slowly dissipate, though, as you head to the western parts of the viewing area. So areas like the high country, you guys have been seeing a decent amount of freezing rain earlier this morning. That then transitioned just to rain because those surface temperatures jumped above freezing. Still seeing some showers out there, but you will start to dry out probably within the next 30 to 45 minutes up across the high country. Now, let's go ahead and talk temperatures, then I'll talk timing of the clearing. Right now, we're sitting in the 30s and 40s, but above that freezing mark. So the rain that's falling is rain. It's not freezing upon contact with the frozen surface. So should have smooth sailing out there. I do anticipate a little light glaze, though, still to be impacting areas across Ashwaubenon, Avery counties, and then the eastern facing slopes there as well. But as we proceed through the morning hours, this rain chance will have clearing, but for the most part, still some heavy rain. Look down in Union County right now. Monroe, you're seeing some moderate downpours. Chesterfield County down towards Cheraw, you're seeing some pretty moderate downpours for you as well. But we're not seeing the freezing rain anymore, and we are starting to see some pockets. So we'll start to see improvement over the next couple of hours. I would say we're not going to see that clearing until about lunchtime, though. We look at temperatures. Again, we're above freezing. 35 in Salisbury, Charlotte 38 degrees, Gastonia 38, over to Shelby 37. Here comes that clearing as we head into about the noon hour. That's when we'll see showers exit the area. Then we'll make our way to our next weather system that will end up rolling through the area as we head into